So as you can all see, I'm still wearing my Man of Steel shirt. And before anyone starts thinking that I'm just going to show favoritism to the film and only talk about this in box office numbers, you are wrong! This was the only clean thing in my closet. Cue title scene. Actually, this isn't even all that clean. Oh well. Welcome to Box Office Numbers, where I, Kevin Superman Jones, give you the top 6 movies of the previous weekend, their numbers, and why they sucked, didn't suck, were good, or were great. Now, without further ado, let's see what sucked. Coming in at number 6, Fast and Furious 6 with $400 million. In a year that hasn't been that great for film, this movie has proven that you can ignore that and still make a great movie that I will probably never see. The Rock! Then, Now You See Me! Definitely the big surprise this week. I really thought this would be number 6 and Fast 6 would be number 5. So anyways, Fast 6, 5, and 5, 6, and 6, 5. I don't know. Basically, anyhow. Then, coming in at number 4, This Is the End of Comedy. I didn't like it. Coming in at number 3, World War Z. Wait, no. No. What is this? Number 3 is Man of Steel! No! Actually, that's not too shocking. Man of Steel made $41 million this weekend. I'll get to that a little later. Then at number 2, we've got World War Z with $66 million. Everyone loves their zombies. And coming in at number 1, Monsters University, $82 million even. We still love our monsters. Now, without further ado, let's go from suckiest to greatest to why God is Pixar making so many prequels and sequels. Fast and Furious 6. Exciting, adventurous, strong, cool, amazing. Those are the words most people are describing Fast 6. I'm just describing it as taking advantage of a bad year. I'm saying it, this has not been a good year for film so far. Realistically speaking, the only film that has made a big financial big ship was Iron Man 3. One could make the argument that The Croods and Oz the Great and Powerful also did well, but let's be realistic here. Everyone's going to remember 2012 as the year where 2 great superhero movies came out, and The Dark Knight Rises. Realistically speaking, from the sounds of it, this year's going to go down as a couple diamonds in the rough. Don't know what else to tell you. Then, Now You See Me. Like I said, this is the shocker. You know, an original film, a purely original script, doesn't really do much anymore these days. People like their franchises. But this one movie about magic, this little gem, this little island, this little thing I've missed seeing because I get caught up doing stuff that you people would never care about, has survived. Why? Because it proves people still have a desire for original things. Also, it's magic. Who doesn't love magic? Except maybe the pigeons who get shoved in the pants of people. Okay, then we have This Is the End. I knew this film wasn't going to die, don't worry. Comedies always have a spot. I don't call this film original because I've seen this premise before, and for most people it works. It's got your typical use of lowbrow humor, celebrity humor, which if anyone who goes by the magazine rack at the grocery store knows is filled with all that junk. And it's got a lot of likable people in it. You know, it doesn't appeal to me, that's okay. It appeals to a lot of other people, and a lot of people are going back to see it just for the 1 or 2 scenes that had them on the ground laughing. For me, the only time I was on the ground laughing was when I passed out and started dreaming about funny stuff, like magic. Then, Man of Steel. Gotta sit down for this one. Okay, let's wrap. I gave it a 9 out of 10. But, the more I think about it, here's the thing. There's too much action, and to the wrong people, that action is nullifying and dulling the story. The film tries to pack so much in its time frame, which isn't even that very short, it's very long, but its time frame gets bogged down with a lot of action and a lot of big things. That's affecting people, even if the Nolan boys out there are going to make sure everyone thinks this is the best movie ever. This is still an amazing film. I'll always remember it, and I'll always enjoy it. Now I'm standing up. But it's got problems. That doesn't necessarily mean it won't do good. It's already become a financial box office for Superman. The thing is that realistically speaking, because people are coming out of it with problems and with issues, it's affecting how it does. There are still hundreds and thousands of people in this country seeing this film constantly, and that is good. But I seriously doubt it's going to cross the 1 billion mark, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. It's the first step in what's going to be a huge franchise. It's okay for it to not make as much as, say, the films it keeps getting associated with. It'll do good. It'll make a great, huge amount of money. It's still an exciting, good film. And what makes it a good film is that people are acknowledging these problems, if only to themselves, and still loving it. That is what makes a film. Not the amount of problems, how much people are willing to ignore them. Then, World War Z, or World War Zombies, or possibly World War Zachary, that jerk. This is an interesting situation. Brad Pitt, he's popular. People like him. Every girl wants him. Every man wants to be him. Or maybe some men want to be with him. You never know. He's one of those actors where there's a novelty quality to him. Realistically, up until him, his biggest film would have been, I don't even remember. But the thing is, realistically speaking, this is his biggest hit. Oh yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a movie I have never seen. And I call myself a movie reviewer. Now, the thing is that for the Pitt man, he needs big stuff like this. And also, he does a lot of work for the film, and I'm sure it shows. I read World War Z in high school. It's so different from this movie, I'm just not seeing it because of that reason. Maybe I'll catch it a little bit later this week. Who knows? But the thing is, realistically, this is great because our country is obsessed with zombies right now. If you don't believe me, look at Doomsday Preppers. There's actually a show called Doomsday Preppers. They're preparing for zombies, otherwise known as Britney Spears. It captures people, it gets people paranoid. A lot of people like this concept. A lot of people like Brad Pitt. It has all come together perfectly, and it proved that there be no kryptonite right now, but there is Brad Pittonite. Patent pending. Number 1, Monsters University. Let's see here, checklist. Kids movie. Disney. Pixar. Unoriginality. Parents just needing to bring their kids to something to shut them up for a few hours. Fairly entertaining. That's it. Simple as that. Not as good or as interesting as Epic Scene or even The Croods. I'm done with Pixar. I saw Brave and was disappointed. I saw Cars 2 and was disappointed. I saw Toy Story 3 and basically got my emotions raped. I don't have any more patience for Pixar anymore. They don't want to do original things anymore. But the things they're making the sequels of are the things that work. Monsters, Inc. was a popular film. I loved it as a child. Kids are still loving it. This film is officially Pixar's biggest movie of all time. More power to them. I'm just saying there's nothing funny about all this. Except John Goodman, he's pretty funny. But it's just, I just see no reason for this film except to make money, which it's doing, because like I said, it's popular characters. Everyone remembers them, and they know it's fun for their kids. Anyways, time to go do laundry.